Right, it's Jackie again, and we're back for part 8, or is it 7? Oh, I think it's 7. I'm going to call it 7A because I think this is going to be done in 2 bits. So a quick recap on the envelopes first. I finished this one. I did leave the lace and I found a little bit of bluey green sari silk and a bling, and that's just literally stuck on with layered up, and I've used Fabri-Tac to glue each layer, and I've still kept the charm as well. I thought it might be a bit much, but I quite like it. I quite like the way it balances. So that's envelope number 1, and the second one ended up like this, so it's quite grunged up and very straightforward. And when I haven't lined it, I may still decide to do that, and I'll show you how you do that. The main way you do it actually is to pop your paper in here. You would make it the same width as the envelope. You would glue just on the flap, not down here, just on the flap, so that so what I would do is glue that on the flap, cut around, and then it allows you to fold it because it's not tight. So as I say, I will show you that if I decide to do it. But that's our 2 envelopes for now to go in our bag. And now I'm going to make some different tags. We've got 2 in there, so I'm probably going to make another 4 or 5, and we're going to start with a large tag. So I've cut a piece of card. It's actually from a tag sort of set that I had. I think they were sold originally for the Prima dolls to be done on. So I've cut that down to 3.5 by 6.25. I'm going to use this as my back, and I've cut a piece of the paper from the DigiKit down a bit, and I'm going to glue this on. I've also glittered this butterfly just using glossy accents in Stardust. Can't resist a bit of glitter from time to time. Some gluing paper, and I think for this I'm going to go for this tacky glue and hope I don't run out. I want it to stick fairly well and all over really. So I'll just go back, fill in some of these little bits. To make this easier, I'm going to go this way round. I know I need it near the top, and I want the butterfly mostly in. Fairly straight, so let's just glue that down. I'm going to use, still reaching round, I'm going to use the brayer to try and get things as smooth as possible. And again, it's a good idea really, if I wasn't doing this as a craft with me tutorial, I would probably put this under a weight and let it dry a bit more than I'm going to today. And although that looked a bit ridged when I glued it, it will dry flat. And if it doesn't, as I say, a little bit of weight under an acrylic block or new glass. I use a glass cutting mat as well, so that's really quite heavy in itself, so that's quite useful for weighting things down. I just slide it underneath while I'm working on the next thing. But I think I'd rather try and do this tag pretty much in one go for you here. So that's our basic tag, and then I want to make the corners. Now for years I've matched my corners literally by cutting off one corner. Let's show show you on a bit of paper. So cutting off one corner, turning it over and cutting the other corner so that it matches. And then the other day I was watching Andrea from Artymaze, the lady who designs these gorgeous digital kits. I was watching her craft. She's doing a series of filling up a blank journal at the moment, and I recommend you find that on YouTube. It's brilliant. And she did it this way, and I thought, why have I never thought of that? So she's just got an old credit card, cut the corner off, line it up, and there you go. So thanks Andrea for that. It's absolutely brilliant. I like my corners to be quite shallow. I don't really like the deep ones. There are some large tags in the kit, and this is one of them, but for me that doesn't quite work, so I'm using these in a different way. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is ink around. And I want that on the back as well, so sorry, the inking is a little bit time consuming and obviously very dull to watch, but as I said before, it makes such a difference to the finished item. So we're going to put a eyelet in. When I do this, I'm just measuring roughly, well, say roughly, I suppose it's reasonably accurately where to put my holes and set my tags. Look at it. And I'm going to choose a blue, no, I think we'll have, I like to change it up a bit, let's have a green one. So we'll set this. Oh, nearly got it wrong. Sorry, I'm covering this tag in vellum to add a bit of interest, and I've got this vellum with some silver and gold flecks in it, so that's what I'm using. So what I should have done is done my hole through both of those. Hopefully I can go back and do that. Thought I might start the second tag in this, but I don't think I'll be able to. So now I'm going to set this in here. Try and make sure that that's level, because I'm going to cut it down afterwards. So before I do the final set. Quite tight. And I think for this one I'm going to use the craft knife rather than my scissors. Okay. because it twists slightly, I just want to get this absolutely level. Because the glue's still a little damp on the tag, it's causing the vellum to curl slightly. But it will, trust me, it will flatten out. So what I shall do this time is show you how I would finish this off. So I'm going to put this piece of sari silk through. Again, it's too thick to loop, but it ties in well. And then I'm going to use, because I want to bring a bit of orange into this, I'm going to tie this a double knot because I'm here on my own. I've got nobody to okay, so I'm pulling that tight around the top of that, and then I'm going to tie a bow and hope that it looks nice. Sometimes these bows turn out really nice, sometimes they're a fiddle. That's not too bad. And what I will probably do at some point with that and then I've also got a little dangle that I'm going to put on here. I'm going to take the got a lobster claw on it at the moment, and somewhere I've got some pliers. Now I don't have any gold bulb pins, so for this one I'm going to use a little gold safety pin. So that's going to go through there, and I'm just going to tie and that's our vellum tag. I might pop a dab of glue just under that, just under here, to stop that coming undone because it's quite silky. And I think I'm also going to put a saying on here, down the side here or across here. So from Tim Holt's Small Talk, I'll choose one and show you when we come on to the next tag. So thanks again for watching. You can see now why these take a long time to make. Thank